Land of the Giants was Irwin's last live-action series. After that, he produced a handful of made-for-TV movies. We'll be looking at those in order, beginning with his best-known one, City Beneath the Sea. Okay, that's going to be a big problem. What was it?
Susan, what did you think of that building?
Well, I thought they were just fine, sir.
Well, now let's get back to work. We'll set up the meeting for the Alaskan Reclamation Project for Thursday.
I'll arrange the transportation.
When you're a big construction executive 82 years in the future, you can surround yourself with pretty women in 60s style miniskirts if you want to. Amazing how fashion didn't change a bit between 1971 and 2053. He has a whole bunch of projects that he needs to talk about, but they'll have to wait.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. The White House is on the line.
The President?
No, the Secretary of Dopey Questions. Whom would you expect to be calling from the White House, especially since he's also doing projects for the government?
Yes, sir, and he wishes to speak to you privately.
All right. We'll pick up again as soon as I'm through.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Our president looks familiar.
Well, good morning, Mr. President. I've cleared my calendar for the next Sunday, sir.
No goal for us this weekend, Mike. I have a very urgent request that you're not going to like.
Well, what's that, sir?
I want you to take your old job back.
Admiral Nelson has moved up in the world. I have mixed feelings about the mustache, but it's his face.
Well, Mr. President, I resigned because of personal reasons. Those reasons haven't changed any.
By the way, he's also a retired admiral.
I know all about your personal problems, and ordinarily I'd respect your feelings. But this is a matter of the utmost importance. I need you.
I have a meeting in Alaska and it starts Thursday. My other commitments when I return are...
I'm sure you have competent people in your organization who can carry on for you. But there's no one with your unique knowledge and ability who can do the same for me.
Well, sir, it's just not possible.
I made it a request. If necessary, I'll have to make it an order.
Well, that doesn't leave me a great deal of choice then, does it, sir?
No, it doesn't.
He must be a reserve or something like that, because I thought when you resigned or retired, you resigned or retired. But on television in particular, we used to see this a lot. Guy walks away from it and starts a new life, but something comes up and something in his I quit contract says they can yank him back if they need to. I knew I'd never have to worry about that. No way the Army would ever want me back. So this is a little puzzling. Anybody who knows how the president could do this to someone like him, please sing out. And by the way, when Richard Basehart is your president, he just assumes you'll go along with the plan. So his escort to his old job just appeared at the door.
You'll receive specific orders on sealed tapes after you've reached your destination. And good luck, Mike.
At this time, nobody could have envisioned things like CDs, DVDs, or streaming content. The cassette tape was only 8 years old and was moving toward the height of its popularity. Pretty much everybody I knew had a collection at least this big, and usually bigger. This is what's left of mine, but in the 80s I had about 3 times this many, and a lot of them were albums I recorded off of vinyl records. They were the pinnacle of modern storage technology, so naturally we assume that will never change, just like the short skirts.
Woody! Woody, how are you? Gosh, haven't seen you in ages. Hey, you're looking terrific.
Commander Patterson reporting, sir. I'm to be your escort.
Woody.
You know how everyone feels, Admiral. Why in the devil are you coming back?
Yeah, while he spent a year bopping around time, getting shot at, thrown in prison, nearly beheaded, and otherwise abused, you were here making a fortune. How fair is that? Irwin was well known for reusing props to save money. The flying sub is no exception. But hey, the Sea View got a lot of use out of one of those, so if it works, don't knock it.
What made you change your mind, Admiral?
I didn't, Woody. I was ordered to return. I don't like it any better than you do. It helps. I'm sorry about kicking you down at Deputy Commander. I'm sure it's only temporary.
What were your orders?
When I get them, you'll be the second to know.
Right now, his orders are to ride in this thing with you, whether either of you likes it or not. Now look, you got it stuck in the water and you're gonna have to call a tow truck. Oh, it's a freeze frame for the opening credits. Never mind. Unless I'm sorely mistaken, those are giant sea bass. I got to swim with some of those the last time we were in Catalina. I'm 6 feet tall, around 240, and most of them are bigger than me. You get the feeling one could chomp your arm off without half trying. The best part? They're harmless. They didn't care that I was there with them even a little bit. One let me swim alongside him for a ways, and he only moved away when another fish got in his way. They're amazing, docile creatures, and they're in trouble. As usual, overfishing has decimated their population until the experts estimate there's only about 5,000 of them left in the world.
To hunt a species to extinction is not logical.
Whoever said the human race was logical?
Patterson takes the sub through an elaborate docking procedure while we get our first look at Pacifica, the city beneath the sea. It looks appropriately futuristic. It's not exactly Aquaman's Atlantis, but it'll do.
Pacifica still takes the breath away.
I tried not to change it, Admiral.
Coming back here is as rough for me as it is for anyone else. But I take orders the same as you do. So let's make the best of it.
That's right, we all take orders. Just like Bill Holmes did.
That story will unfold slowly, as is common for this kind of scenario. We now know they resent him because something happened to Bill and they blame him. Woody has been running the place since Matthews' departure, and he's doing an excellent job.
That's one of our subs transferring the gold from Fort Knox.
Gold? That job started before I left Pacifica.
It was only 6 months ago, sir. Perhaps you forget the schedules that you set up. As a matter of fact, we've improved upon them.
Oh. What is the status of the gold shipment?
The vault is 2/3 full. We've stepped up receiving to 3 subs a day from Fort Knox. We estimate that the basic entire wealth of the nation will be secure here within 17 days.
I guess somebody decided Fort Knox wasn't secure enough, even though it's been secure enough since 1937. I wonder what amazing new technology changed that. Or did someone in charge just get a bug up their butt?
Nothing really changes. Even in the 21st century, gold is still the most valuable metal in the world.
It's even more valuable today. Up until 1971, the U.S. government set the price of gold at $35 an ounce. After that price control was gone, gold became a regular commodity on the markets and the price fluctuated with the market. In the 21st century, it's even more valuable, and not just because it's shiny. It's becoming an essential part of modern electronics because it's an excellent conductor that doesn't deteriorate. Now, here's the thing I don't understand. The same year, 1971, which is also the year this film appeared, the United States went off the gold standard. The basic principle was that American money was backed by all that gold. Any time you could petition to turn in your paper bills and get their equivalent in gold. But that's not the case anymore. So I have to wonder why the country is still hoarding all that gold. It's sitting in a vault, not backing anything anymore, so pardon my bluntness, but it's useless. What's the point now that it's not a necessary part of the country's economic stability?
Welcome home, Admiral.
Thank you, Elena.
The civil administrator asked to see you the moment you walked in.
I'll see you now.
Fine. Mr. Barton, the Admiral is here.
Good morning, Admiral.
Mr. Barton?
Commander, we heard this morning you were coming back. No details were announced. Naturally, we were curious.
You're no more curious than he is, Mr. Barton. When he finds out why he's here, you'll be the third to know. Approximately. Matthews wants a report on how the civilian part of Pacifica is going. He'll have Barton take him on a tour the following morning.
All right, Woody. Let's you and I come to a quiet understanding.
I was about to suggest that, sir. If you want my resignation, I'd be most happy to tender it.
What I need is a deputy commander, not a prima donna. Now, you were my friend and second in command for a long time. When I left, you deservedly took over my job. My return put you in an uncomfortable position.
The fact that he acknowledges that and is trying to do something about it should tell Woody something, but the grudge he's carrying is too big for him to see around it.
Well, that's just the way it is. But we're not asked to enjoy ourselves, just to do our job. And that's what I expect from you.
Yes, sir. Will there be anything further, Admiral?
Not at the moment, Commander.
In other words, your opinion of the Admiral means squat. He's here whether either of you likes it or not, so get the chip off your shoulder and let's find out what this is all about. With nothing else demanding his attention at the moment, Matthews heads to the Marine Research Center.
I'm in tank number 5.
Even for a sawfish, that guy is big. Fortunately, as I've mentioned multiple times elsewhere, they're harmless to humans. You're not a clam he can dig out of the silt, so he doesn't care. The majority of these huge fish, such as that giant sea bass we saw, aren't interested in creatures beyond a certain size. That giant sea bass would only have paid attention to me if I had been a girl giant sea bass, because that was what he and his pals were looking for when we encountered them. Since in his eyes I'm too ugly to be a female fish, I wasn't even a curiosity.
Aguila, just because you can breathe underwater like a fish, you don't have to ignore an old friend.
In the first season of Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, we met some guys who were making themselves into amphibians with artificial gills. I don't think that's how Aguila's doing it.
Are you avoiding me too?
Sorry, Michael. I lost track of the time. I'm coming right up.
I'm not asking how he got bubbles into his lungs to talk. Just go with it.
Good to see you, Michael.
Nice to see your friendly face again.
Even if it's the face of an aquanoid?
Even an aquanoid. I need all the friends I can find down here.
But being physically altered doesn't alter my loyalties.
I hope he volunteered for that. I would. Imagine being able to go diving for hours and not need an air tank or have to worry about getting bent coming up. Sounds like a little corner of my personal heaven.
And why did you come back?
Now, you don't think it was my free choice, do you?
Well, I don't know. It must have been overwhelmingly difficult to build something like this and then walk away, whatever the problems.
How's Brett doing?
Your brother has proved an excellent construction engineer. The vault's almost completed.
Matthew asks about someone named Leah. Aguila says she's doing well considering her father-in-law is taking good care of her and the children. Leah is Bill Holmes' widow. Aguila calls her.
You're about to give me a bulletin.
He's back, as you obviously know.
I heard the announcement of his arrival.
Who, Mommy? Who?
Later, Tony. All right, Doctor. What's the real reason for your calling?
I should think that's obvious. Leah, you can't stay off duty forever.
You'll have to see him sooner or later.
I know.
Wouldn't it be easier for everybody if it were sooner?
Whit Bissell is her father-in-law. We have several such cameos. Richard Basehart was the first of them.
Will it be easier for me? Bill's dead. Doesn't he know how people feel and what they're saying?
I'm not saying it. Neither is Bill's father. Leah's an old friend. I ask you not as a favor to me, but to yourself. See him.
People talk. It's what they do. It doesn't mean they have any idea what they're talking about. Most people do little more than talk to hear their heads rattle.
Okay, let's take a look at those titanium plates.
What the devil happened here? An aqueductor accidentally rammed into the bulkhead.
Can you secure it from here?
I don't know. We'll try.
Go outside and take a look.
Plate repair. Over here.
They have a big vehicle called a dozer, and it hit the bulkhead. I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen.
Doc 2 to Admiral Matthews.
Doc 2 to Admiral Matthews.
Matthews here.
Mike, this is Brett.
Yes, Brett.
There's been an accident.
On our way.
I wouldn't mind having Robert Wagner as my brother. Talk about an amazing career. He was knocking about doing character parts in both movies and TV, and then came It Takes a Thief. He was Alexander Mundy, a professional burglar who turned good guy working for the government. It ran for 3 seasons and put the smooth, handsome, talented Wagner firmly in the public eye. This movie was his next job after that series ended. He did countless other things, basically went back to character acting with the occasional short series, but he cemented his fame forever when he teamed up with Stephanie Powers in Heart to Heart. That one got 5 seasons, and lots of people, including my wife and myself, were bummed when it ended. It's one of those shows that's impossible to describe in a few words. For lack of a better way, it's a murder mystery show that's adorable. That's the best I can do. It's available on DVD and is streaming on Roku, Peacock, and Amazon Prime. I encourage you to check it out if you like mysteries with a cute twist. Right now, he's Michael's brother Brett, and he has a problem. He forgot to finish shaving and found himself with a mystery mustache. Woody was in that sub trying to see about patching the wall from the outside. Now he's the one who needs rescuing. First that vehicle crashed into the wall, and now it's trying to kill Woody. Aguila may be his only hope.
boat. Moving over from Dock A. Can he hold out for a few more minutes?
No, he can't. Get a pressure hose out here on the double.
The goal there is to pump enough air into the sub and raise the pressure enough to slow down the water coming in, and to give him enough air to keep breathing for a while.
Is he still alive?
Yes, but it doesn't look good.
First day your brother's back, there's trouble again. Can't you do anything? Or you can let him die too.
What does she expect him to do? Aquila is out there monitoring and a rescue boat is on the way. They'll get the pressure hose to him as quickly as possible. I don't know what else she thinks he can do. Woody is awake but disoriented. At least his intercom works so Aquila can help him stay focused and do some things.
I'm afraid there isn't much you can do for me, Doctor.
I suggest you stop talking. Save the air for breathing.
Woody, can you reach the torch? Can you reach the torch? I can reach it.
For some reason, that thing looks vaguely familiar. Aquila told him not to talk, save his air for breathing, so it seems silly to light a flame under those conditions. But it's okay. The torch has its own oxygen supply, so it's not burning his. Things like burning the paint off those beams will gobble it up, but hopefully by then we'll have that pressure hose in place. Matthews is in another sub and has reached Woody's.
I've got you up to 50 atmospheres. I don't think you can tolerate any more pressure. I can't tolerate gravity either. Fill it up! Come up to 75 atmospheres.
75 atmospheres is the equivalent of being 2,500 feet underwater. The human body can handle being at maybe 300 feet without special gear. At that pressure, he shouldn't be able to breathe because the thickness of the air should make it impossible to expand his chest. Not to mention, every air pocket in his body should be crushed by now. His lungs should be completely empty, and his nose should have collapsed into his face because his sinuses got squashed.
I can't hear anything. I'm afraid he's dead.
Aquila, swim clear. I'm coming in.
He's going to make himself into a wedge. The only question is, will it work? We have a bit of David and Goliath situation here.
Patterson's aquafoil is free.
Grapples clearing the lock.
He's not in any shape to drive it, but they have grapples standing by, and soon enough, he and his aquafoil are back inside.
After you've gotten Woody out, have somebody come for the dozer driver and me.
Aquila is also our local doctor. He has Woody, I keep wanting to call him Doug, but that's wrong, hooked up to some machine that's supposed to restore his vital functions.
Report on vital factors.
No change.
CPR and especially chest compressions have been around since the early 1960s. Neck compressions must be a new technique that they developed in the 21st century.
Vitality factor now?
20% improvement.
Now?
It's increasing rapidly.
maintain at present levels into complete recovery.
Yes, Doctor.
However those neck compressions work, they're effective. I've only had to do chest compressions on someone once. If a situation ever comes up again, I'm not sure I want to try his way. Oh, and from the loose ends department, the chest compressions were pointless and everybody knew it, but you have to keep trying until the doctor calls it. There's always that sliver of possibility, however thin.
How is he? Another hour of decompression and he'll be fine. There's no lung damage.
Yeah, I see him.
Of course.
Admiral, I have the name of the man who was driving that aquadozer.
Well, who was it, Captain?
His name's John Quinn. He's been with the project 8 months. His record checks out okay, except that...
Excuse me, Captain. May I talk to you for a second?
Sure, Brett. Thank you, Captain.
Anytime, Admiral.
I have a feeling he's going to wish he had heard that except for.
Mike, I assume full responsibility for Quinn. He was part of my crew. Maybe he panicked, but after the dozer collapsed, his panic didn't cause the accident.
All right. We'll have a full investigation later on. What's really important right now is the inspection of those titanium plates that Woody never had a chance to investigate.
Already done. I checked them myself.
Good. Stay with it.
Right.
Right now, Mike's main concern is his former friend. And I gather that machine does something to keep him from getting bent after several minutes at 75 atmospheres. Somebody hurry up and invent that thing. A few minutes on it has to beat the daylights out of a few days in a hyperbaric chamber.
Talked to her yet?
Yes, I have. She still holds me responsible for Bill's death.
Must have been difficult for her watching an accident so similar to the one that killed him. You'll excuse me, I have an experiment to complete.
He's right, it was difficult.
I'm sorry about that.
Sorry about what? Bill's dead? I'm sorry that you have to come back and face everyone.
I'm sorry for what's been happening to our relationship. Leah, you and Bill were my best friends.
Friends? You killed him.
She's not just bitter, she's vicious about it. Matthews protests that Bill's situation was no different from Woody's and Bill knew what he was doing. She's not buying it. Woody's alive, Bill isn't. Therefore, it's all his fault. The picture of what happened to Bill is slowly taking shape. Was John Quinn driving the dozer that time too?
Triton Control to Admiral Matthews. Triton Control to Admiral Matthews.
Matthews here.
Admiral, the White House has just advised that the President is sending you a top-secret tape.
Thank you.
Maybe he can finally find out what he's doing here.
Admiral, you already know a series of unpredicted and so far unexplained earth tremors have been hitting the entire eastern seaboard, some directly in the Fort Knox area.
That doesn't make sense. Fort Knox is 550 miles from the eastern seaboard. It is in a seismically active area, and they frequently have small earthquakes. So saying there's seismic activity around Fort Knox is like saying there's people in New York City.
New York City!
But what you don't know is that within the last few days, we're suddenly faced with a much more urgent problem. Our seismologists now tell us that we can expect some potentially disastrous earthquakes in the Fort Knox area, and even sooner than we feared. It's not only the gold reserves we're worried about. It's the nation's total supply of fissionable H-128. Now, to safeguard our most important possession, we need a man who knows high-energy radiation, how to control it, and who also knows Pacifica. That's the reason for your recall, Admiral.
H-128. In 1971, H could be the chemical symbol for hydrogen or a slang term for heroin. Either way, it's not fissionable, especially since hydrogen's atomic number is 1. H-128 should be a hydrogen atom big enough to see with the naked eye.
The world's largest bonus just fell into our lap. Top secret H-128.
H-128?
It'll be coming into the the vault within 24 hours.
And that's why your brother was ordered back.
With your brother in charge, we haven't a chance of ever getting it.
I'm not going to let him bother me. We've been planning for over a year how to borrow that gold. Now we've been given a gift. A gift worth 1,000 times more.
His men protest that it's the world's most dangerous explosive, so taking some is too risky. Brett disagrees.
If they can bring it in, we should be able to take some of it out.
They have the equipment to handle it. Do you?
Your laser equipment is
Brett, you're forgetting we have backers we're responsible to. We've got to contact Geneva before we can make any change in plans.
I'm calling the shots here, like I did this morning when that cargo shipment of titanium plates was to be inspected. It was my idea, mine, to have Quinn stage the accident to Patterson so the titanium plates could be slipped through.
You made an emergency decision and it happened to work out, but with a substance as dangerous as H-128, I don't like improvisations.
Admiral Matthews' staff doesn't like any of this.
Pacifica wasn't built to handle the most explosive and unstable source of power in the world.
That's right. But the gold at Fort Knox kept it from becoming critical. The gold here will do the same thing. But I am going to need your physicists in the handling of the H-128 during its transfer.
I doubt they'll be willing to cooperate.
The president didn't offer this as a subject for debate. It's an order. This meeting is adjourned.
Those scientists are civilians, so orders don't have to mean anything to them. He must have forgotten that. And you heard correctly, the only way to keep this stuff from exploding is to surround it with gold. So in the vault, the gold will be stacked in large squares and some H-128 will go in each square. I have to wonder, if it's that unstable, what does anybody think they can do with it? Brett says it's the most powerful energy source in the world, and if you control it, you can control the whole planet. The United States has been controlling it in Fort Knox for however long, and they don't control the world. It's a major energy source, but it's the kind of energy that vaporizes you. How do I plug my computer into that? Ever since the rescue, Woody's attitude has softened.
Yes, Leah.
I prepared the reports on the transfer schedule for the gold and the H-128.
I'm sure they'll be just fine.
They had my complete approval before being submitted.
Well, thank you. That'll be all.
Yes, sir.
Leah's hasn't. He gets a call saying they're moving the H-128 now, so be ready.
What was that all about?
Impossible. We have to accept delivery of H-128 right now. It'll be coming in by cargo rocket.
That's exactly what it is, sir. It's impossible.
The usual safety procedures do not allow for that.
I know about the usual procedures, but this is an emergency situation. Call Brett. Tell him that I want every man available transferred to the vault construction crew, and then have him come up here.
The rockets will also be coming faster than their dozer can offload them and get back to the landing pad.
If we use the cargo pad, you'll be right. Couldn't clear the pattern that fast. We're going to be using the passenger pad.
That's too dangerous.
It'll mean a lot less time for the dozer to move in. It'll be coming down alongside the airlock, almost inside the vault.
The last time it was only one man, and this time you want to destroy an entire city.
If you feel that strongly about it, I can relieve you of your duty without prejudice to your reckoning.
That won't be necessary, sir.
Good. The next order is get your mouth under control. You're not helping. And by the way, this is 2025, so if Irwin is right, another 28 years and we'll be moving stuff around the globe by cargo rocket. Hey, Elon, Richard, all you guys, you on that? Right now, the Admiral is having a Tombstone-style showdown with the scientists.
Dr. Ziegler, I've got a rocket sitting out there packed full of H-128. And another one due to arrive in exactly 15 minutes. Now, we're just losing time here.
Well, better to lose time than the lives of all of us who've worked so long to build Pacifica.
Yeah, he doesn't have a bloomin' thing invested in the place, does he? They really think he'd throw it all away so easily? Joseph Cotton is another of those cameos that the opening credits listed. He's probably best known for his role in Citizen Kane, which came about as a result of his lifelong friendship with Orson Welles.
Because of the emergency, Dr. Giel and myself have worked out certain safety procedures. Now, with your help and your understanding, we'll all be able to handle the H-128 with perfect safety.
That's just the point. They're your procedures. We, scientists, have never had any voice in any of the planning.
I'm afraid he's making a valid point. Matthews may be a radiation expert in his own right, but those guys work here too.
Doctor, we're at the point of no return. Now, with your cooperation or without it, I must move the H-128 into the vault. I must clear the pad for the next incoming rocket.
You can't force us to handle dangerous or unstable material.
You're not afraid of handling H-128. You're just using this as an excuse not to work with me.
He already told him this stuff is coming in with or without them, so if he still won't help secure it, the safety of the city isn't the reason.
That's what I was afraid of. These men were personally selected by Bill Holmes. They're here because they knew him and trusted him. They don't know you. Can't forget the ghosts of the past.
That's exactly what it is, the past. And this is the present. What you're doing is open mutiny.
That's a military term, Commander. We are civilian scientists, as was Bill Holmes.
Irrelevant. Again, the stuff is coming here whether they stand here and argue or not. At this point, it's a matter of get with the program or get out of the way.
Admiral, we're 4 minutes behind schedule. Dozer's ready to unload.
Doctor, I'm not going to force anyone to work with me who doesn't have complete confidence in me or my judgment. This is a serious situation. I'm going to let you make your own decision. But I promise you, once this job is completed, if you still feel the same way you do about me, you will have my resignation.
Agreed.
They're scientists. They've made themselves telepathic so they can conference like that without anybody hearing. They head off to unload the stuff. But we know it's not going to be as simple as storing the stuff and leaving it be. Brett and company are putting the finishing touches on their scheme. We'll see what that is and what comes of it next time. Stay tuned for part 2. As always, thank you so much for watching, and especially for staying till the end. Especially since he's doing project. What happened there?